Welcome to Design Hub, Process Engineering Series. This is Level 1, Episode 3, PFD versus P&ID. In this episode, you'll learn how to read both like a real process engineer in an EPC environment. This is important because PFD and P&ID control almost everything: design, construction, commissioning, startup, and safety. Many site problems happen simply because someone misread the P&ID. If you learn P&ID reading properly, you become job-ready very fast. Here is the simplest definition. PFD is a process flow diagram. It shows a big picture. P&ID is a piping and instrumentation diagram. It is a construction blueprint. PFD tells what happens in the process. P&ID tells how the plant is built and controlled. On a PFD, you see major equipment and main process streams. You see stream numbers and key data like flow, pressure, and temperature. It gives you a process overview. But you will not see instrument tags, valve details, drain points, or line specifications. On a P&ID, you see everything needed to build and operate the plant. All piping, all line numbers, valve types and tags, control loops and instruments, PSV connections, flare tie-ins, drains, vents, sample points, and shutdown valves. This is the real operating blueprint. Quick comparison. PFD is low detail and mainly used for process understanding and early design. P&ID is high detail use for construction, commissioning, operations, and safety reviews. PFD changes are more frequent early. P&ID changes are controlled and revision managed. Here is a simple 5-step method to read a PFD. First, identify the feed and battery limits. Second, follow the flow left to right. Third, mark the points where phase changes happen, like separation points. Fourth, note the key operating pressure, temperature, and rates. Fifth, confirm where each product goes: export, recycle, or flare. Now, a 6-step method to read a P&ID. Start at the equipment nozzle and follow each line. Read line number, size, rating, and service. Identify control loops like PCV, LCV, and TCV. Find safety devices like PSV and shutdown valves. Locate drains, vents, sample points, and tie-ins. Finally, check the isolation and bypass philosophy for maintenance. Before you go deep, you must know a basic set of symbols: manual valves, check valves, control valves, PSV, ruptured disc, SDV or ESDV, and basic instruments like PT, TT, LT, and foot. These symbols are the language of P&IDs. Let's take a separator example. On the PFD, you simply see a 3-phase separator with 3 outlets. But on the P&ID, you see the real system: inlet shutdown valve and bypass, oil level control valve, water level control valve, interface level transmitter, PSV to flare, drains and vents for startup, sampling points, and isolation valves for maintenance. That's a difference in reality. Common mistakes to avoid: confusing SIG and SIA, ignoring control valve fail action, missing drains and vents which make startup a nightmare, assuming safeguards are shown on the PFD, and not checking line class or rating. These mistakes are very common and they create expensive site issues. To summarize, PFD gives you the big process picture, and P&ID gives you the detailed blueprint to build and operate safely. Use a step-by-step reading method, and you will read drawings faster and more accurately. In the next episode, we will cover the design basis document, what to include and how EPC teams structure it.